Good morning, friends. I hope everyone is doing well. I request everyone to watch my videos in a sequence for better understanding. If you really like my teaching and my efforts, please press the like button, share the videos with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and also press the bell button to get the regular updates. In the last video, I have discussed about the half adder. In this video, I want to discuss about the full adder. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding on the full adder concept. Let me discuss what is the full adder. It is a combinational circuit that performs the sum of three input bits. What are they are? They will be AN, BN and Cn minus 1. How it is that if you take that 4-bit binary number which is A0, A1, A2, A3 and another 4-bit binary number B0, B1, B2, B3. These are the positions. Now if I perform the addition A0 and B0, I will get the sum and the carry. Now carry A1 and B1, if you perform addition, you will get the sum S1 and carry C1. Now again you perform the addition, you will get the sum and the carry sum and the end carry you will get. Am I right? If you see the half adder, we would have performed only addition between the two bits only, which is A0 and B0. We did not perform the addition with the carry, but real time what we have to do, we have to add the carry, the previous carry and the A1 and B1 that we can perform using the full adder. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? That is the purpose of the full adder. It is a combinational circuit that performs the sum of three input bits C0, A1 and B1. In general, we can say that AN, BN and Cn minus 1. Now tell me how many inputs are there? That is very important. Whenever we are constructing a combinational circuit, first step is that you have to identify the inputs and the outputs. Am I right or wrong? Now how many inputs are there here? Three inputs are there. AN, BN and Cn minus 1. Okay, and the output is the sum and the carry. Is it clear? Let me write this one as A comma B comma C in, so that for a generalize means the carry is coming C in, A and B, I am getting the sum and carry out C out. Let me write it. Are you able to understand? This is the general representation because you are adding the A1 and B1 and adding the C0. Then you are getting the sum and the C out. I will say this is the C out. Okay, so you have three inputs and two outputs. Now if you have three inputs and two outputs, next step is that we have to construct the truth table. How many variables are there in the input? Three variables A, comma B, comma C in. Then how many combinations we will get? We will get 8 combinations. Let me write the 8 combinations for your understanding. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Similarly, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, all ones. Now what is the output we will get? We will get sum as S and C out. Okay. Now tell me, whenever the three inputs are 0, 0, 0, what will be the sum? Sum will be 0 and C out is also 0. This is 1 and carry is 0. Will you agree with me or not? 0, 1, 0, sum will be 1, carry will be 0. Now 0, 1, 1, sum will be 0, carry will be 1. Am I right or wrong? Again, sum is 1, carry is 0. Sum is 0, carry is 1. Sum is 0, carry is 1. Now when you are performing 3 ones addition, the sum will be 1 and carry will be 1. Okay, so we got the truth table also. Once we got the truth table, what we have to do? The step 3 is that we have to minimize these functions, sum and C out. Okay, first let me minimize the sum. So how can I minimize? I will draw using the K-map. How many variables are there? A, comma B, comma Cn. So if 3 variables are there, K-map will have 8 cells. Let me represent those 8 cells. You have A, B, Cin. Okay, you will have the K-map consists of 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, and Cin is 0 and Cin is 1. Now take whenever there is a ones. Here you have 4 ones. Represent them in the K-map. What is that? 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1 here. And next one is 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0 here. Okay, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So these are the 4 min terms. Okay, is it clear? Now we have to find the implicant. Now this one, can I join with anything? No, this is unique. Are you able to understand? Similarly, this one, this one, this one. I could not able to minimize this expression. So let me find what is that expression. Take this one, which is saying that A complement B complement C in. Am I right or wrong? Or take this one, you will have A complement B C complement C in complement. Am I right? Then take this one, A B C in. Am I right or wrong? Then take this one, not A complement, sorry for it, A B complement, because it is 1 0, A B complement and 0 C in complement. I hope you have understood. How I got this one? 0 0 1, 0 0 1, which is A complement B complement C in, and this is 0 1 0. Okay, this is 1 1 1, A B C in. Then this is 1 0 0, A B complement C in complement. Now tell me what is the expression we will get. Okay, now what I can do is that I can take the A complement. We can write like this or we can simplify it. Okay, A complement, I will take it common. Okay, then this is B complement C in or B C in complement. Am I right or wrong? From this one, what I will do is that I will take the A common. Then what I will get? B C in complement or B complement C in complement. Am I right or wrong? Now if you take this one, this is B complement C in or B C in complement. I can write it as B exclusive or C in. Am I right or wrong? So this can be written as B exclusive or C in, or A, if you take this one, this is in the B C in or B complement C in complement. I can write it as B exclusive nor C in. Is it clear? Now if you take this one, this is what? A complement. I can take this one as, can I write this one? B exclusive or C in is equal to B exclusive nor C in complement. Am I right? This is exclusive or this is exclusive nor. Am I right? If I keep the complement of it, I will get the exclusive or exclusive nor. Is it clear? So this one I can write it as B exclusive or whole complement. Can I write it or not? Yes, I can write it. Now again, if you take, you have A complement B or A B complement. What is the B here? B exclusive or C in. So I will get this is A complement B or A B complement. I can write it as A exclusive or B exclusive or C in. This is the expression we will get for the sum. Let me erase everything and write the simple expression for the sum. I hope you have understood. Okay, sum can be written as A exclusive or B exclusive or C in. Now we will discuss about how to minimize the carry, which is C out. Wherever it is ones are there, let me write it. I will erase this one and I can draw the K map for the C out. Now wherever ones are there, here it is there. So which is 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1. Write it here. Then here it is there. 1, 0, 1. 1, 0, 1. Okay. Then you have 1, 1, 0. Is it clear? 1, 1, 0. Then triple 1. Is it clear? Are you able to understand it or not? So we have 4 ones. We got the 4 minterms in the K map. Now how can I minimize it? I will take this one as an implicant, this one as another implicant, and then this one as a one implicant. If you consider this one, we have one essential prime implicant and 2 prime implicants. Am I right or wrong? So the C out can be written as, take this one first essential prime implicant, I will get AB, okay, or then take this one, what is common? A is common, okay, and then C in, okay. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? A from I got, and here it is 1 C in. Then R, come to this one, B, these two I am taking, this prime implicant, B and C in. So this is the expression for the sum and this is the expression for the carry. Now using these expressions, we can construct the combinational circuit for the full adder. How I am doing it, I will discuss for you. Okay, let me erase this entire one so that I will get the space to draw the combinational circuit for the full adder. Okay, what I will do is that I will take A, B, C in. A, B, C in. Okay, is it clear? Now what I have to do is that A, I will perform the exclusive OR. First I need to perform with the B, am I right? B and C in are the, first I need to perform this one. So B I will take and from here I will take exclusive OR. Whatever the result I will get, I will perform the exclusive OR with this one. Okay, are you able to understand it or not? So this will produce the your sum. Okay, are you able to understand what I have done? B exclusive OR C in. So I have taken an exclusive OR gate. I performed the B and C in, and whatever the output I got, for that one I performed the exclusive OR with A. So I got the final result as a sum. Now let me take about the C out. C out is what? A and B, you have to use an AND gate, and similarly A and C, is it clear? You have to perform an AND gate. Okay, I hope it is looking like an AND gate for you. B and C in, B and C in, again you perform an AND gate. Now what you have to do? You have to perform OR between all these gates. So OR, OR, OR. Okay, you can write it as OR gate like this. OR. If you see this gate has the fan in as 3. What is meant by fan in? This one has the 3 inputs. If you want to avoid the fan in as 3, you have to make it as fan in as 2. Then also you can do it. How can you do it is that you perform the OR between these two. I hope you have understood what is fan in, how many inputs are coming. Okay, if everyone is saying that it should be 2 input gates, then you perform the OR, and then whatever the result you are getting, again you perform OR, and this will be your C out carry. So this is your combinational circuit for the full adder. Is it clear? I hope you have understood what is a full adder and what is the truth table for it, what is the expression for the sum and the carry, and how I draw the combinational circuit. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts in less than 24 hours. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.